Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV. We are here for a new show. It's a very short series, actually, right? We are doing about, well, we all want Arteta out, don't we? Right? I can't find, there's very few fans that actually want this guy in, right? And if they do, I don't know what to believe them anymore. But we are here, right? Yes, Relentless, give me a certain comment. It would be lovely to have your input about this one, because we are talking about Rafa Benitez, Rafa himself, as one of the potential targets that Arsenal could go for in replacing Mikel Arteta. And we're not looking at the Simeones, the Allegris, the Nagelsmanns. Arsenal aren't going to get those players. They aren't going to get those managers. Let's get it right. They're not going to get those managers. We got Said.
How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, boy. How are you, boy?
Yeah, I'm good. How you doing?
That's what you call dedication, man. I love it, man. Love it.
Yeah. We have to play our part.
See, she's agreeing with me already. She wants Rafa in.
She's a born YouTuber.
Yay! You've got a new YouTube sensation already. Hey. Yeah, but obviously, like we said, we're talking about Rafa Benitez himself as one of the potential replacements for Arteta, because I think most of there's very, very few people I can find that are still Arteta in after that result. And your initial thoughts about, because obviously Rafa Benitez was linked to us in December with all that bad run that we were having. And what do you make of it?
I mean, obviously, Rafa Benitez is a very competent manager. I would put him in the elite bracket. He's probably she even talks more than I do. It's unbelievable.
I know, man. Oh man, honestly,
you gotta love it.
Gotta love it.
Yeah,
you gotta love it.
But I would take Rafa. Obviously, I would. I think for me, this is what I predict. I predict that Arteta is gonna get sacked around November. I don't think they are sacking him now. Because if they wanted to sack him, they would sack him now and let the new manager come in to build the squad for the next season. Yeah, let me talk. But I reckon he's gonna get sacked in November. I think when next season starts, I think it's just gonna continue, with losing games, poor results, poor game tactics. And I think in November, the fans will be back probably in August, and it's just the pressure is gonna be too high, similar to what we saw with Unai Emery, and they're gonna be forced to sack him. And I think when they do, there will be very few managers that can come in directly and have an impact on the team. I reckon they will probably go for Rafa, probably a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
And then depending on how well he does, he might get extended.
Yeah, definitely.
I do think he's an underrated manager. I think tactically he's very competent, probably one of the best in the game when it comes to in-game tactics. My only fear is the fans, because Arsenal fans think that Arsenal should only play a certain way, and for all I know, we are not committed to one brand of football through our history. We play different kind of football. So I don't know why all of a sudden they think that we should only play Wenger ball, Baba boom. And that's my only fear with Benitez is if he's gonna get a fair chance. And because he's not like a PR guy, if the board will actually back him as they should, because they are going down this new route, and that's what I fear. But hopefully, fingers crossed, they will sack Arteta, and Benitez would probably be one of the best choices we can have as a manager, I reckon.
Yeah, I hear that completely. We got Relentless in, who's obviously probably experienced Benitez as a manager, being a Real Madrid fan as well. So I'd love to hear your side of the story, Relentless. Right, this is my bloody dog starts bloody barking. Right. Yeah, what's your take on about Rafa Benitez? What would you make of him? Would you think it'd be an ideal choice for Arsenal? Hello.
First of all, good evening to everybody.
Oh, don't start that one, please don't. Oh no.
Sorry, I'm eating. I'm very unprofessional. My bad.
Yeah, I can't be having that no more, man. You got that red card for that, right? You get the way it's a booking. It's a booking.
Well, I already been sent off, but I got suspension.
It's a booking. You do it again, it's a red. Yeah.
Yeah, but about Rafa Benitez, I rate him as a manager. Even though even though I don't really like his football, I respect him as a manager and what he's done. Especially with Newcastle, he showed that he's that type of manager to get a team that's in down. He doesn't need a whole lot of money. He's a guy who knows how to work with what he has. And he doesn't take any prisoners.
That's the main problem. I think that's the main problem with Arsenal. We need a manager that can work with the squad he's got. There's no point buying a manager and then he not knowing how to do it's quite clear to see that Arteta, as much as don't get us wrong, we all want him to prove us wrong. We all want him to win stuff, right? And because that means Arsenal are winning, and that's not a problem. But unfortunately, it comes down to the fact you manage what you've got throughout a season. Once the transfer window's that's it. That's all you've got. And he's not been able to do that on a consistent basis. He's not been able to, at every point, been able to sort of distract the best out of the team.
1 second, Steven. 1 second. I got 1 second.
All right. But yeah, Tanya, actually, look, on the community post, on YouTube, Anthony, you'll find that I've posted the video up there. I've also put there, said, what would you suggest that we look at as a manager? Make sure you let everyone know and put in what you think we should do, because then we could do a separate stream about that sort of manager. This is going to be like an half-an-hour stream about Rafa Benitez, but if you want us to do Antonio Conte, we could look at that if it's a viable option and a more realistic option. We're not looking at the most extravagant managers here. We're not going to get Simeone. We're not going to get Allegri. So, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, do you think we need to look at like the lower sort of up-and-coming managers like Graham Potter?
I think Graham Potter is an interesting option because if you look at the teams that he's worked with, he's also another manager who doesn't need a lot of money to play the way he wants to play football. I mean, he's getting players like Lewis Dunk to play proper football, and it's very impressive. My only fear with Graham Potter is that he's never been at a club with pressure, and he's all well doing good at Östersund, Swansea, Brighton. It's a game changer when you come to Arsenal. Even though Arsenal is not a winning team, Arsenal is still a big club. maybe with a small mentality, but the pressure, the fans, the expectation. At Brighton, you can lose 10 games in a row and you don't risk to get sacked. Arsenal, you lose 3-4 games in a row, the fans is on your back. Even though we got unambitious owners, and that's my only fear. I like Graham Potter a lot. I like the way he set up his team. I like that he's fearless. I like that he stands by his philosophy, even though if he doesn't have the players, somehow he gets them to play football. So that's the things that I like about him. The only negative, as I said, is that he doesn't have experience managing a big club, and also his team isn't the best, or they are not very effective. I'm not sure if it's down to he's just been unlucky with poor strikers, or if there's something else. But he's definitely an interesting manager.
Yeah, definitely an interesting man. But I mean, going back to Benitez, and I mean, Benitez has been known to play sort of a more an attack, a diplomatic sort of stance. I mean, I just want to get up some of his honors list or honors list to start with, because the one reason I've always related him as a manager is what he's been able to do despite not having the best team in certain tournaments. I mean, we look at Liverpool, for example. Liverpool did not have the strongest side to go into Europe in 2005. Yet he managed to take them to a Champions League in 2005 after replacing Gerard Houllier in 2004. I think, what is it? He joined Liverpool. No, he joined Liverpool 2004. And the first season he got there was with the club. He got them to a Champions League. He got them to a Champions League. And as we said, we've like when it can, and then obviously you've got his deals with his fallout with Newcastle and the owner. Not so much with Newcastle, but the owner itself, because
didn't he do very well in Spain as well before he came to Liverpool, if I'm not wrong?
Yeah, he was with Valencia and he won La Liga. He won La Liga and won the UEFA Cup for the season before, which is why they went and got him. Oh, God's sake!
And that's again to win La Liga and not manage Real Madrid or Barcelona. It's always gonna be impressive.
Yeah.
And this is the time when Real Madrid was Galacticos. Barcelona had like the Netherlands dream team. They had the Patrick Kluivert, they had Rivaldo, they had the Ronaldo, Frank de Boer. They have very good teams. So it's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it's like here is that. Oh, hello. Just put on mute for a sec. But yeah, like you saw here, we've got the FA Cup, the Community Shield, the Champions League in 2004 and 5, which was obviously their main success in 2004, 2005. Then he went to Inter Milan, won the FIFA Club World Cup in Milan, came to Chelsea and won there. I swear he went to Real Madrid. He went to Real Madrid, didn't he? Did he go to Real Madrid? I swear he went to Real Madrid. They didn't actually win it. I didn't win actually anything in Real Madrid though. But yeah, so he's done it on a European stage, but he's also done it in the. I mean, he's even went to. I mean, the fact people can't get him. He went to Newcastle when they were in a championship and got them straight back up the table. So if Arsenal had any ambition, this guy, even if like people say that he hasn't been able to, how should we put it? He's not been able to. He won't be able to stay long term. He will be able to stabilize the club. The club needs stabilizing at the minute. The club's in free fall. It needs someone to just steady the ship. And Arteta's not that guy. He's just not that guy, and it's an end of the story. Benitez would be a good shout, but more experience, won more trophies, and is good to make a team and gel and quick. That's the thing. He's good at taking average players like he did. I mean, look at Newcastle, what he did. Average players that are championship level at best, and grouping them into a team that even he was being able to leapfrog. He was even able to beat in his last season at Newcastle, beat Wenger's Arsenal. Right, we lost 2-1 at the St James's Park, and this was a team that he had no money to go and invest to get proper Premier League sort of players. He was having to work with Championship players most of the time. So I mean, I don't know if Relentless is still there, but Relentless. I mean, obviously his time at Real Madrid, he didn't make any sort of real success. But what do you make of like his style of football? Would you mind him having that style of football at Arsenal if it meant that Arsenal start climbing back up the table? Is he there? Nope, he's not there. I'll ask you, Saeed. Would you mind that? I'll unmute you.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Would you mind
Yeah,
that?
I think the reason why Rafa Benitez, first of all, didn't succeed at Real Madrid is because Real Madrid wants to play attacking football. They want to dominate the game, possession based, and that's not really his style. So they didn't have patience on him. The fans got onto him very fast. So I think that's the main reason why he didn't succeed at Real Madrid. And he was there at a time when Barcelona was very, very good as well. I think a lot of people underestimated how good Barcelona was when he was actually there. And but yeah, I think I like that Benitez makes teams compact. He makes it very hard to break down his teams. You know,
I mean,
there's always a clear structure in his teams, and that's why you see average players. They always become better under his management. It's no coincidence.
No coincidence whatsoever. Absolutely no coincidence whatsoever. And don't forget, if you can't catch this stream live, if you haven't been able to call it live, then you can watch it on playback. I will post it up later. So you can watch it on playback and watch it then. But we'll just stream it live for you anyway, and then you can watch it at your own time. But it's definitely one to consider because look, we all Arsenal. I think all Arsenal fans are getting to the point where enough's enough. Enough is enough, and we need someone different. I've never seen actually a fan base actually now be more united over it.
And we need, as you said, we need a steady manager that can get us back into the top 4 and who can do the magic in Champions League, in FA Cup. And then maybe after those 2 years, then you can go for an exciting manager when the structure is already at the club. Then you can look at your Graham Potters, your Hassan Hutel, your Ten Hags, you know, these kind of young upcoming managers that wants to play exciting football. I think we need to do the dirty job first, and then we can go and have a party, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to read this because this is quite telling. Benitez favours above all else preparing his players to apply his preferred approach for the coming fixture in significant depth. The central midfielders in his teams are often an extension of his management and the most important figures in maintaining the shape and approach that he's demanding. At Valencia, David Albeda and Ruben Baraja were given that responsibility. At Liverpool, it was Steven Gerrard and Xabi Alonso, and Dieter Hamann, Xavi Mascherano, and at Inter, it was entrusted to Cambiaso, Wesley Sneijder, and at Chelsea, Ramirez and Frank Lampard. He instructs his players to attack quickly and directly towards the goal and after regains, and to vary whether they attack through the inside channels or with width. So he mixes up the two, so he doesn't do one at the same time. It's not one-dimensional. Although he wants those to attack to be direct, they are built in a methodical and organized way that involves a consideration of who will challenge for the first balls, and therefore where others will be positioned to win the second ball further forwards. You can see here how they all line up in when he was at Napoli, and how they would shape up in terms of going forward. At Napoli, he often used the 4-2-3-1, which is what Arsenal use at the minute, built towards supporting the lone striker with goal-scoring wide forwards who attacked infield, like you would get with Martinelli and Saka. Mertens, Lorenzo, Insigne, and Calahadron will frequently cut inside to shoot across goal. Pepe and Martinelli would do that for fun. Higuain started in advanced position to create space. Hamsik and Gabardini delayed runs forward. So you can see it here, and he's not just got that. There's different ways of playing as well. He's like at Newcastle, he worked on sort of more one-dimensional, one ball forward. So he's got different ways of attacking and playing. I'm going to open a link actually. So anyone who does want to come on, they can come on. Please do share the stream. Please do leave a like on the video. Please do subscribe if you're new. Red Devil Studio, love to get you back on. I've just put the link in the chat if you want to come on. Talk Manu, right? What would you make at Rafa Benitez at Arsenal? Is that something that Arsenal should be considering?
Why not? There's lots of arguments why. There's lots of arguments why for, but I don't see many for why not. It's just a bit. Listen, the thing is, using it, whatever you're using, 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3. It's if the manager and coaching staff have to have the understanding of how that works.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Arteta does. Otherwise, he would be getting much more out of the squad. Simple as that.
It's like I said at the start, is that you see with Arteta, he's struggling to get just the basics out of that side, right? Whereas Rafa, if you saw him at Newcastle, he had championship level players. He came into Newcastle when they were in championship, got them into the Premier League, and then they were struggling. They were struggling because he didn't get the Premier League players he was supposed to, because he didn't get backed. And yet he had to manage what he got, and yet he still managed to keep them in the league, though we tipped them to be relegation all the time.
When you see let's say you're playing for a coach and you see the confidence that coach has or that manager has in what it is he's doing, right? That reflects on you as a player. So somebody like Benitez coming in with a great understanding of those systems, then it's going to reflect on the players. It's as simple as that. Whereas as it stands at the moment with Arteta, it seems to me and it looks to me like the players are just not. They ain't getting the confidence that they need in order to carry this out and play this system as it's meant to be played. They're just not. So, but whether you could actually get Benitez is the question. Is he? I mean, if you look at look at all the other clubs he's been to. So you'd say the first thing you would say is he went to Newcastle. So why wouldn't he come to Arsenal? So there's one argument.
I mean, they were in the championship when he came along.
Yeah. Then the other argument is you say, okay, well he went to Chelsea after being at Liverpool. So why wouldn't he come to Arsenal? You know what I mean? So there's lots of things pointing in the right direction towards why wouldn't he come to Arsenal. It's just now down to your owners, your board, to convince him, give him the right offer and the right package with the right promises and ambition going forward. in order for him to give another season or two of his life, his managerial life. Let's put it that way, because you have to remember, no, coaches ain't got to stay around forever. So once coaches get to a certain age, they want to be. They're going to want to go to clubs where they've got a good chance of making a difference, making a real big difference. You know, it's important as a coach. You eat, sleep, drink, live, dream about football as a coach, as a player. So, you know, he's got all these things have to be in place, and if they ain't, if it ever comes out that they're talking about Benitez or whatever manager, and it doesn't happen, then you know that is because the board ain't giving these managers what it is they're asking for. They can't guarantee it, and if that's the case, then Arsenal are in bigger doo-doo than I thought originally.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and that's where I think that it's not just about the manager as well, as it comes down to the owners and what they're going to do in terms of Arsenal Football Club. But I don't see them changing. I don't ever see them changing at all. But I don't know. I mean, say, what do you make of it? Do you think the owners will actually have the ambition, or do you think it comes down to the fact again that we need to get rid of these owners and get new ones in if we're going to make a change? Say, no, it's gone. What about you, Talk? Do you think that then it comes down to the fact that we need to get rid of the owners first?
Not necessarily.
No,
not necessarily. The owners, like I said before the other night when we was talking about it, and I was saying, look, the Kroenkes, we don't want to go over old ground, but to put it into context, the Kroenkes need to protect their investment. They ain't going to let it lose value. If they're going to stick with Arteta, they've got to back him. If they're not going to stick with Arteta, they will then decide, okay, I'm not going to back you, but I'm going to back a new manager. One or the other. You can't just get rid of Arteta, bring in another manager, and not back that manager and give him money to spend. You're not going to do that, because the incoming manager, unless it's a new manager who's quite happy to say, oh yeah, just for the sake of getting the job and being at the third biggest club in England, and saying, yeah, no, I can do something with this squad. It's like, no, they need money to spend. It's quite clear. It's quite clear that you need to refresh the squad, get rid of some old dead wood. So, yeah, simple as that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, it just doesn't look good any way you spin it, does it? It doesn't. I mean, how is it Arsenal in this situation? It just doesn't seem real. It really doesn't. And that's just being an honest Arsenal fan. It just doesn't seem real how a club like Arsenal could be in this mess that it finds itself in. Like, do you back a young manager? Do you get rid of him and get someone else? Do you do anything different to try and find a better approach to football? And the idea is I can't find one. And yes, we all say our manager's now not good enough and we need him gone, and there's very few people that want him to stay, right? But the majority of the fan base wanted to go, right? But despite who we might, and this is where I do feel that the Tish has made a good break point before. You could bring all the managers you want. If the boners aren't going to back him, he's screwed no matter which way he turns, because in the end, the teams around us just get better and better and better, and we just fall further and further and further, despite how good the manager is. We could have Pep Guardiola, but if the team's not getting better and the squad's not getting better and everyone around us is getting better, then we're not gonna be able to push up the table. And some people say, yeah, well, you spent money, but we haven't spent money that it's been like 2 or 3 players. Everyone's been like spending money where they've made vast improvements to their squad, and we've made like the odd like sticker on a wound. It's just it all it does is then it just tapes over, but then in the end the wound gets worse because it's not been taped over properly in the first place. But I mean, I've always believed. I mean, I wanted Benitez. Big up, Shane. How are you? I wanted Benitez from the very start. I wanted him before Arteta came in, right? Because I remember when like Emery was sacked, we were talking about what manager we're gonna get. There was loads of names going around. Allegri was one of them, and everything. And I looked at it and I thought, Arsenal go get Benitez. Well, if Newcastle could get him, why can't we? So, and the fact that people just dismiss him all the time. He's won a Champions League with a team that had no right to be in that final. Let's be honest, they have no right. Anthony, if you want your say quickly, you're going to have to get on now because we're going to wrap this up in about 10 minutes. So if you want to have your say on it, you've got to get on now. Right. Hi, Shane. How are you? What did Anthony? So Stephen, Arsenal been in a mess before, and like now they're in it, but it will get better. We be our own Arsenal again. Arsenal outcome. It will happen. Will it happen? We don't know. This is the different situation. But we had dips in form with Terry Neal, Don Howe, but we never had owners that were this dreadful, and are quite happily to just let us rot even further, just to further satisfy their own needs. And as much as anyone spends it, if they're saying they're not going to sell, they're not going to sell. And I think to the point now is that, and I think you mentioned it before, he said, yeah, well, if that's the case, then he's going to have to back him. I don't think the fans care if they backed him. He could come out and say, I'm going to back him with 300 million. I'm going to go buy Messi right now. I don't think they care. I'd actually still think they went, nah, mate, you've done enough to this club. Piss off. The wounds are too deep. He's destroyed the club. He's torn this fan base apart. This fan base has been fighting itself for years. Why? Because he's in charge. It's him from the top that's been running it. And we've been so distracted about Wenger, Emery, Arteta, that in the end, the real problem has just been getting away with it and getting away with it and getting away with it. And it stinks. It really does stink. And that is why people can't blame me if I turn around and said, at the moment, with the way the club plays at the minute, I hate Arsenal. Can't stand it. Right? That's why I want to see the old badge. I can't. I don't look forward to any sort of like preview or review or watch along. I do it because I still follow the club, but it's like you go into a game and you're like, oh, this is going to be just such a long evening. Right. I've got so much better things to do. Then watch that rubbish.
I mean, the thing for me is that Arsenal
the most fun we've had, sorry, talk, is when we've been watching other watch-alongs.
Yeah, but I think Arsenal have lost their
identity.
Yeah, you know, the pass and move, the tiki-taka, pass it, move it, run it, bam, 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 bam.
I get that, but I don't think it's that. That's just Wenger's own style. We had Wenger.
Yeah, but no.
Before that.
No. I know that, but no. Listen, you can't go back to the past, mate. You can't. Forget the past. Forget Wenger. Forget Graham. Forget Chapman.
Trust me, I want to forget them. I don't want to go back to them.
Right now, in the Premier League, it is fast becoming clear that you have to play. Even if you're the defending team, you've got to be all over these teams. You've got to be all over them. You're going to be pressing whatever position on the pitch you're going to be pressing. You have to be on it. You have to be on it and quick. And once you've gained possession, it has to be moved quickly. The ball has to be moved quickly. You aren't just Arsenal, even Man United at times don't do it quick enough.
Mm-hmm.
So you look at the other teams that do it quick enough in their successful periods, then it's quite obvious. If you put the two games next to each other, Arsenal and Liverpool, for example, and then go, right, okay, let's freeze frame it from the both teams are in possession in their own half. Right, let's run it forward and see how long it takes for Liverpool and how many passes it takes Liverpool to get into the box and score a goal compared to Arsenal getting it up anywhere near the box before they even have an attempt at goal. There'll be a huge difference. Right? So this is the thing with football. Now, it always has been the way I was when I was playing when I was younger, he was always encouraged to lay the ball off quick and then move into space because you that's what the game's about. That's the fundamentals of the game. You know, it's not okay. You don't try and you only carry the ball if there is no imminent threat from a press or there is a huge amount of space. Go on.
The thing is when you've seen Arsenal, and when you've seen Arsenal, is that they don't seem to register that. They don't mix it up. And this is why I saw Benitez there. You see, he mixes it up. He doesn't play one sort of way. He plays different ways. But you know those certain ways is a set. That's a set tactic, and it's not going to deviate. So, say like if you're going to play low block, we're going to play this way, and if you're going to play a high press, we're going to play this way. So it's not like it's not like you're changing formations all the time, and they don't know what one you're choosing every time. They know like for certain situations you're playing this way. Hang on, just before we get, you're just going to go into some comments. Sorry. That's why Steven always say for United, and I think it's similar to Arsenal. For Arsenal, the owners have to go before anyone else. If the owners want want to win, they come in. They will give time. If he fails, he is gone. And he's also got another comment. By the way, I know it's difficult to get rid of owners, but it's very easy to sack a manager. And for some fans, that would be a new page, which gives the owners more time. It won't get. I don't think it will this time. I think the fans are so fucked off with the Conkeys, and I mean so fucked off with the Conkeys that they want him. They don't care. They could back him. They could get him Haaland. They could get him Mbappe. They could do whatever. They would not get a single bit of empathy or sympathy. It's like I said, it's too much water under the bridge. The fans will never forgive him. Didi's already said it in an interview. He will never forgive the Conkeys for what they've done. What they've done is destroy Arsenal Football Club in its entirety. Real fans don't enjoy Rafa football though, and Rafa's reputation has dipped since his Liverpool days. But I think he would still do a decent job stopgap for Arsenal. I think that's the thing. I don't think he's going to be a long-term solution. I'm not saying that. We just need someone at the minute that's just keeping the club stable where it sorts its mess out. Because at the minute, we're not going to be able to move forward unless we clear the mess and sort the mess out, put the structure in, put the right structure in, get rid of the dead wood. It's not going to, and get the right staff. It's not getting, we haven't got the right staff. We haven't got the right board. We haven't got the right board structure. We haven't got the players. The manager's shit. This is the whole club. It's shit. It's just a pile of shit, and it needs a manager that can just keep us in the top 6 whilst we just gradually fix ourselves. Because if we keep staying now out of Europe, and I'm going to talk about this in a Hot Off the Pressure on Wednesday, and I hope to have the Man United agenda on for that. So big ups to them, because I did want them on for big up, lads, everyone. Hope you do like and subscribe. I did say I was going to do that show that I missed. I was going to do it again this week. So, and it's including what's happened with Arsenal, with the fact now we're out of Europe. Is this the end as Arsenal, as one of the big clubs in England? Is it really?
No.
Because I don't see any way back.
I mean, look at. I mean,
especially
we're
if the
also,
Conkies are backing the manager.
Yeah, well, listen. The thing with Arteta is not, you know, why does he continually tinker? Why does he tinker? I don't get it. He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to tinker.
He just thinks.
Look at. Hold on.
Because he's been under Guardiola. He thinks he's.
Hold on.
Go on.
You
Go on.
can't
Sorry.
look. The only people who can tinker and get away with it to a certain extent, even Guardiola himself has tinkered, and he hasn't got away with it many times.
Champions League.
He's the best manager. He's the best manager in the world at the moment, right? The past 2 games against Chelsea, tinkering, didn't get away with it. Now, Tuchel tinkered. Yeah, he's tinkered a little bit, but the situation with Chelsea is somewhat different, because he's not, as it stands. I said it as soon as he signed. I said it. He was on a free ride to the end of the season. That is playing a big part in what they are doing right now, in terms of the confidence they've got, in terms of this kind of free spirit approach that it seems to be at the moment. But it's going to be so interesting next season once it's a case of you've spent money, if he goes and spends money, and now I expect it. It's different to saying, it's like, you know, the rehearsal was great, but then when it comes to the show, can you do it? So this is going to be a very interesting time next season for Chelsea, depending on what happens in this Champions League final, because is Pep going to tinker more? I doubt it. I think Pep's going to go with his proper out and out full strength squad, 4-3-3, and go wallop. Let's see how you deal with this. That's the only way for me. I think Pep, if he tries anything else, we've already seen it not work. His tried and tested methods, Pep, is much better. So, but for Arsenal, with Arteta, tinker, tailor, soldier, spy, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't get it. He's not good enough to tinker. There's no need to tinker. It's just, you know, just stick to a fucking squad of players that are fit. If they're fit, pick them. Keep them in their positions and get them out there game after game. Keep them going. Because if you'd have done that, I think you'd have been in a much better position. But for whatever reason, he seems to, whatever he's doing in training, I don't know, we don't know what he's doing in training. But if you keep asking different things to go on in training sessions, then that's going to give you a different recipe for the next game.
I'm just going to go through these comments and I'm going to wrap it up, because it wasn't going to be that long. We've gone a bit over than we should have done. Mate, I said we directly left Ivory, mate. We kept the club about money. With the fans thinking it's a new page, I am talking about past experiences, even from when Arsenal. I knew everyone is more pissed off the owners. For some gullible fans, it may happen again. Yeah, I don't think I just don't feel that the fans will buy it this time. Arsenal will be back like Man United. They need a board reform. We need a whole. Do you know what? I literally said it, and I said it on one of the streams, and I think it was Brett. He couldn't believe it, and that I was taking the piss out of a club that bad. And I said to him, and I said, look, I said to him, there's a reason. It's like it's like at the minute where I go on FIFA, and you know that the option delete club. Yeah, it's like pressing the delete button and have to start again.
Yeah, but hold
That's
on.
that bad.
This thing here is Matt's saying about the board reform at United. We're already doing that though, Matt. We've got
You've already bought in.
Woodward's going. We've brought in Myrtle. We've brought in Darren Fletcher.
Darren Fletcher.
That I said it once all this came out. Who did appointed and where did appointed? I said that only points in one direction for me, which is they are then going to plan to spend money. Simple. They're going to keep Ollie, give him a new deal, and they're going to spend money. What's the point in putting these people in positions?
Yeah, we had that debate on the Hot of the Pusher, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah. So if they're not going to do anything with them, it's not fit for purpose. So we don't do that at United. So they're going to spend money in the summer. There's no doubt about that. Whether we'll get them out, I don't know.
Yeah, sorry about that. Thursday was the day the football club was laid to rest. We are done as a top club. This sounds depressing. Right, Mikel out. Ed Woodward is leaving before the start of the new season. He is still making decisions. It's not legit talk. So, but anyway.
Yeah, no. Hold on. Ed Woodward is leaving before the start of the new season. Yeah, but that doesn't stop them making the plans behind the scenes already and doing what they need to do for the start of next season. Matt, trust me, there's money going to be spent. Ollie's going to get backed, and then we'll see. We can judge Ollie next season once he's been backed. Simple as that.
Imagine having to play on a third. Oh, shut up. Oh, leave me alone. Shut up.
Charlie. Hey.
Charlie, go. Just go away. Just go away. Anyway, but make sure you do like it first. Do smash the like button. Look, we're going to wrap it up there anyway. Everyone that hasn't subscribed, what you're doing, subscribe now. Hit the notification bell because we are posting on a community page. We have our community page on YouTube. So we are posting our videos on there now. So you'll be able to see us when we are going live on that community page. We'll be posting every single video that we put on there. We'll be doing polls. We'll be doing questions. Get yourself involved. Right? It's the reason you subscribe to this as well as hang on. I've got to pick this one up. Steven has made it clear on. Nah, man. You're always a part. You're here for the banters, man. You're the banter. But yeah, like I said, is that we'll be posting polls, stuff, loads of stuff on there, questions, loads of stuff to try and get you involved. And then we'll look at long term about other stuff that we can try and do to help. I am going to make an announcement on there, and I'm going to make it now, actually. Saturday, the 9th of June, I am planning a fundraiser, another fundraiser for Children's Liver Disease Foundation. We are doing a end of season football quiz. Hopefully, if I can get hold of Carefree Lewis G, who I mentioned it to, and he was quite happy with that. He was happy to do it. As well as other people involved. Like hopefully, I can get other big YouTubers involved again. Maybe speak to Turkish for some fun, like that. Speak to lead judges. He'll be a great one. We can get them on board, and we can get them to come on and again have a real fun football quiz. What day I'll get the quiz ready? It's the 9th of June, Saturday the 9th of June. Right, where the football season's over. It's the week after the Champions League. We're waiting for the Euros. It's all quiet. Not much content going on. Bang, fundraiser. There we go. Give someone content to go and enjoy. And I'm sure, Talkman, you would love to be part of that, wouldn't you?
Hey, I'm going to be there with the guys. We're going to be there. We're going to be mooching around. We're going to be collecting, protection money. And you're going to come on the stream. You got to pay. Okay? If you don't, then you're going to get whacked. I'm going to tell Matty now from Football United TV, you owe me 50 fazools. Forget about it. Where's my dough? You ain't going to pay the dough, Joe. The whale's going to come over there. It's going to whack you. Okay? Pay the fazools.
You got to pay it to the charity.
You got to pay to the charity. That's right. He's listening to Steven. He's the boss. He's been made. He's a made man. He's like fucking Sonny Red over here. He's the fucking boss. Okay?
Hang on. Wait a minute. Wait. Go on. So, do that again. Steven. Oh no, you fucked the camera.
What are you doing, man? You don't even know how you
there you go. There you go. It's focused again. Do that again.
Steven's like Sonny Red over here. He's the boss. Look, he's been made. If you're a friend of a friend, you're a friend of ours. Okay? Forget about it. Charlie Hibbert, what are you doing?
Will it bing, will it bang, will it boom? Yes, hello guys, Chris. Yes, so just under a month. So yeah, just under a month. So we got loads of stuff to do. I have got loads of people to chase. So I'm gonna be on the chasing mission again. I might have to be spending some super chats on that. So, but we'll work it round. But anyway.
Hey,
he just had to. Anyway,
I'll tell you what, like, you know what sounds like a quiz me, right? I came fucking scared. Right? It was a fucking. He asked me this question.
I'm trying to fucking end this stream, for fuck's sake.
He said, "What?" I said, "Fucking ask me any question you like." I'll shit him. And fuck me, I got it wrong, mate. Couldn't believe it. I fucking said, "I fucking text Charlie saying, yeah, Charlie, what's the fucking answer? What are you doing, lad?" Yeah, goes.
See, this is why you need to come on here. Like, the banter is here. The banter is here, right?
So, if it's not me, it's Ritter or NUFC.
Yes,
man.
big up Rafa Benitez, right? Maybe he'll be an option. Is he going to be an option for Arsenal? Let Arsenal go down? I don't know. I'd like to see it, but there you go. Anyway, we will be back. Trying to get Goldbridge on. Are you mad? Do you know Goldbridge? Do you have his personal phone number or something? I don't know. I don't know how to get hold of him. How do I get hold of him?
Hey, hold on.
Oh no, Charlie, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah. There we go.
There you go. That's all right. I can't do that, man. Can't do that. What's going on?
Oh, what happened? You cut out. Yeah, but what happened? You cut out.
You put me backstage, you fraud.
Fraud?
The fraud. I know a lot of people are calling me a fraud in a minute, but don't even go there.
Hey.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Charlie, forget about it. You know this guy's a made guy. You can't touch him, okay? You want to come here, big bollocks, mate? You gotta show your minerals.
Steven, for this quiz, mate, I would do an Arsenal round, but what's the point doing it on an irrelevant club?
Yeah, of course.
Did you just say that?
Ooh.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, of course, is it? Oh really? Bye.
Ooh, you're gone.
Guess who's back?
Back again. Yeah, that City FFP thoughts.
Who said that?
Chris
FFP
Paul.
frauds over here.
Chris Paul. Brilliant.
Hey, Chris, forget about it.
So when you say it, Charlie, you gotta say you're talking about Manchester City. You say, forget about it. You're talking about Manchester United. You say, oh, Forget about it. You're talking about Arsenal. You say, fucking forget about it. I mean, who the fuck is this Arsenal?
Who's
I mean, what the
Arsenal?
fuck is that? This fucking little club in England. This fucking, they try playing tippy-tappy football of fucking, you know, they're
Do you know
fucking,
we're
they
still
don't mean
bigger than
that.
Manchester City?
Arsenal
mean
Arsenal are just a BTEC hashtag United, aren't they?
I got my guy over
I
here
didn't
with
come here to
Liverpool
get
Sports
banned.
Club.
Hang on. I'm trying to
Where
end
are
this
you?
stream here. Like, and I mean, God's sake, I've been trying to end it for the last 5 minutes. Anyway,
BTEC. Mega
BTEC.
Drive.
There's nothing wrong with BTEC. I've got BTEC in business. Shush. Okay.
You've got
Nothing
what?
wrong with a BTEC course. There's right. Big up everyone who's doing BTEC courses. Right. But
You know
anyway.
that cousin of yours, him from down that there
Oh
way in
God.
Bristol, that.
I cannot do that accent.
Right,
I
like
don't
that.
want you to.
You can't do it like right. See,
Who's
you
eating
gotta have a
again on
tractor.
stream? Who's eating again?
If you ain't got a tractor, Charlie, you can't do it like because you got to be out in that field.
A
Pulling
tractor.
up them there's.
Look, it's pathetic. A
You
tractor.
can't do it like.
Look. I'm trying to. Anyway, will Rafa be an option that Arsenal go down? We don't know. Will he, if he actually?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but like I said, fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Trying to fucking finish this.
Come on, let me finish it.
Oh my God. Will it be an option that Arsenal go down? We don't know. But at least then it could be one of the options that they go down. One of the options that they could consider, as well as others. We'll be back maybe with some more. We'll be back with. Are we back tomorrow with one as well? Yeah, I think we are. Yeah, we are tomorrow at 7:30 after the Liverpool awareness show. We're doing another one, and it's about Brendan Rodgers. That's another one that's popped
Why
up.
would he downgrade?
I'm just going on rumors, okay? I'm just doing rumors. If anyone else has got any other suggestions, put it in the community post that I put up on Twitter. Just literally go on YouTube. Sorry, go and look at the YouTube. Go and look at my YouTube community post. Look at that page, and then just put a comment on it.
Yeah,
how are you doing?
It sounded like Stephen. It sounded like you said Brenda and Rogers.
Brendan Rodgers.
Oh.
Why would he downgrade? That's what I'm saying.
Hey, anyway, I was gonna wrap it up there, but
hold on, you can't wrap it up. Say that is.
He's been trying to wrap it up for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I was here before you.
Yeah, he was on first, man.
Okay.
You missed me and my daughter's opinion on Rafa Benitez.
Oh, yeah, no, I think that was more on Arteta, to be honest. She's still been moaning about the Arteta result.
Oh man, I missed it. No way.
You should do episode 5 on me, Stephen, because I've got more chance of being the Arsenal manager than most of them you're talking about.
No, because you're not an Arsenal fan, so I'm going to do myself first. Okay, but anyway, like I said, I might do DT because he's a football manager.
I'll have a bet with you, Stephen. Arsenal will be in the National League within the next 7 years if I was the manager.
That's because you just make us fucking lose all the time.
Yeah, guys. How many MCFC supporters does it take to stop a moving bus? Never enough.
Yeah.
I don't get it. What does that mean?
Because there's never enough of them.
Oh. Like the empty ad.
Yeah, the empty ad, yeah. How has this turned into a banter revival session? How has this turned into a banter revival session? If I was a banter revival session, I would have made one, right?
Hey, Stephen, forget about it.
Forget about it.
Hey, forget about it. The Fugazi.
You know what? I might do it this time. I'm gonna do the replacement thing at the same time tomorrow.
Arteta is a Fugazi. You know what a Fugazi is, huh?
No.
A Fugazi is a fake.
Oh yeah, we know it's a fake.
like
a
down the
fake.
jeweler.
Oh, you know, Alexander O'Neill's fake.
You gotta. It's a diamond ring over here. It's a fugazi.
Arteta has to be sacked. Yeah, he won't be sacked.
No,
But anyway, like I said, right.
Like you said,
we'll be back tomorrow. We'll do it at the same time tomorrow, but with looking at Brendan Rodgers, see what he could offer to Arsenal if he did decide to come. If he did decide to come, but anyway, leave it, like, share, subscribe if you're new, and we will catch you tomorrow with the preview to the Chelsea game, where hopefully I can get Monster to contact me in time. It'd be very, very unlikely, but I might do. Maybe Lance might come on. Might do. Don't know. But we've definitely got one Chelsea fan definitely coming on, and he's got a very small channel, but we're going to try and help him grow that if he can. But anyway, let's see.
I'm not looking forward to the Chelsea game.
I'm not looking forward to it. But there you go.
I bet you're not saying. But you know what? Before you go,
yeah.
I can. It would just be the thing wanted to happen. That Arsenal turn Chelsea over.
Yeah, I know. It would be so typical Arsenal, and then you see all the Arsenal fans jubilate, and
oh my God,
Arteta is back. He's turned the corner.
Yeah.
It'll be a job for the next 15 years. If
No. If that happens, I know exactly what. Hang on. Before we end this, I know exactly what the fans will be doing. I know exactly what all the Arteta in fans will do if we win this game.
I won't accept second best. I won't accept it, Robbie. I don't want it. People are out there clinging on to, but we beat Chelsea 3-0. Yeah, let's go home and wank in a sock.
Let's go and have a wank in a sock.
Hey, is this some kind of fucking English thing over here? Because I ain't never heard of this.
Chelsea as well.
I know.
I better go and find my socks, huh?
I'm sorry.
I can just see it happening, though, I really can.
The in-lot to turn around and go, I told you so, DT. You was wrong. I'd love nothing more than to be proved wrong. But they're not proving me wrong, are they? They're proving me right. And I should bring the fucking banners back out.
It sounds so relevant, doesn't it? This is 3 years and 4 years ago, and it's still the same. This is how bad it is. Oh no, I've given Anthony the idea.
Hey, just don't put it on afterwards, mate. You're like all squidgy and horrible. You won't get your tratter back.
Got plum in his sock.
Honestly, but anyway, sticky walls and that.
Watch out for the curtain, Stephen.
Sticky walls. I don't know what you do, Atlantis. I ain't nowhere near my walls with that.
You must be missing a bad.
Yo, hey, Relentless, what are you doing over there? Fucking hell, man, come on.
That's the end of this. Cut this.
You must be missing a badly if you're hitting the wall.
Hang on. Oh yeah, it is past the 9 o'clock watershed moment. Oh my God.
They're in me. This is going crazy over here.
Anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, everyone take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.